Hi there, my name is Kendrick, and in this video, I'm going to share with you what we know so far about the social type number 4s, which is the type that focuses their attention on friendships and relationships. Areas of the social type number 4s that we're going to cover in this video includes the social type number 4's traits and behaviors, their saviors and demons, their crosschecks and life pile, pitfalls, strengths, cognitive dissonance, social type number 4 from the community, good number 4s versus bad number 4s. I'm also going to talk about how social type number 4s see everything as real in life, what bothers me about social type number 4s, the social type number 4 growth path, and conclusion. First, let's look at the social type number 4's traits and behaviors. Social type number 4 are driven to connect with others and take care of friends and family. They're very community-oriented, unambitious, and focused on enjoying life with family and friends. They prefer jobs that are specialization in nature, and they actually do pretty good at them. They might have a tendency to get micromanaged by management because if they hate their job, they'll waste time socializing with coworkers instead of working. Number 4s might job hop to find the perfect job, which is the one with a supportive working environment and lots of friends. They thrive through positive reinforcement. They also tend to challenge the boss, specifically the number 1s who only think about themselves and not sharing the wealth. The social type number 4 is tied to the play animal, and social type number 4s can come across as very EJ-like. What are the social type number 4 saviors and demons? The first savior of the social type number 4 is obviously number 4, which is seeking friendship, moving and caring for others, building genuine connections, and focusing on family and togetherness. Their second savior is social type number 3, which is seeking to specialize in one area. This includes having a strong focus on routine, work-life balance, and being the best at a specific role or niche. Their minor demon is social type number 2, which is seeking to gain independence. Social type number 2s want to be responsible, tend to be the jack of all trades, but master of none, interested in entrepreneurship or management, or working in teams and being results-oriented. And the major demon of the social type number 4 is social type number 1, which is to seek status, to flex by showing off or bragging, to win, to achieve, to be the best, having a big ego, and having identity goals. Next, we're going to cover the social type number 4's cross-checks. So the first thing you need to do as a social type number 4 is to examine your life pile and see what you've actually done. Not what you want, but what actually is.
So if you've noticed that you're not particularly driven and work is just a means to an end and you're happy at a workplace as long as you have friendly and supportive coworkers, you might be a social type number 4.
Social type number 4s have a tendency to dress for comfort or like a slob because they don't like standing out, or they're just happy being comfortable. They also have a tendency to take free money or gifts from other people because they have a huge focus on equality and sharing. One of the weaker cross-checks for social type number 4s is their first love language being quality time, which is used to build genuine connections with friends and family members. Number 4s know that the end goal in life is friendship, and there's no point striving to be the top if you have nobody important in your life. The second weaker cross-check for social type number 4 is their second love language, which is gifts, and gifts is used as a way to connect with other tribe members. So what are the pitfalls of being a social type number 4? Well, the biggest pitfall is obviously the lack of drive and ambition. Social type number 4 has a tendency to be complacent, and they also have a tendency to dress for comfort or look like a slob. What are the strengths of the social type number 4s? The social type number 4s are genuinely warm, friendly, and caring towards other people. They have very high endurance for friendships and relationships. They help people along the way, and you could argue that they are actually the happiest of all the different social types because scientifically, it is known that the deepest form of happiness is when you help other people. If you're a social type number 4, you will feel a cognitive dissonance because of the following reasons. First, social type number 4 is correlated with a play animal. So if you're someone with double activated sleep or have sleep savior, you will feel a cognitive dissonance because you're focusing on yourself when really you want to spend time and connect with a tribe. A lot of introverted number 4s are so shocked when they spend time with family and friends, and they're so happy compared to when they're just spending time by themselves because thinking that they're introverted and they actually don't want to spend time with people when really they want to spend time with people.
The next thing we're going to cover are the social type 4s in the community, and I have two examples that you will see. And the first one is going to be Versavia, who is an ESFP, consume, sleep, blast, play, double masculine. And the crazy thing here is that she is play last, yet when you hear what she has to say about her friendships, you would be very surprised because you would think play last people are the ones that would avoid people the most.
With that being said though, what's your social type?
Oh yeah, I am definitely for friends. Like, I'm the kind of person that if somebody calls me in the middle of the night and they're having a hard time, I will answer the phone. I've had people call me at like 7 or 8 in the morning sobbing on multiple occasions and coming over and just like spending the day here. Like, I'm the one who will show up for her friends all the time. And it's really fucking annoying.
The next social type 4 in the community that I want to show you is everyone's pal Nathan, who is an INTP jumper, PISI, sleep blast, play consume, masculine feminine. And the interesting thing about him is because he's lead sleep, he does have a higher flex than your typical social type number 4. But with that being said, the friends thing is still the most important thing to him. And if you'll watch and see, his length of friendship with all the people that he makes friends with is very impressive.
Are your buddies, have they been your friends since you were like a young person, like high school, college kind of deal? Or are they like a new friend that you made?
I mean, I've got both. I've got buddies, one in particular, I haven't seen him in a while because we don't live close together anymore, but we've been friends since 6th grade. I've got another buddy actually, shoot, our parents used to live side by side. They used to throw us, because we're only a few months apart, they used to throw us in the crib together while they would go out and watch movies or do whatever. And we're still friends. So we've been friends for 42 years, you know,
Yeah.
and we still send each other texts and funny things on the internet. We don't like get on the phone and talk hardly ever, but we keep in contact on a very regular basis. And then I've got my friends that I've been friends with for the last 10 to 20 years. I've got one that lives actually over in Berlin right now with his family, and I keep in contact with him regularly. And then I've got my friends, you know, more kind of close by in proximity. And so I've got some work friends, some IT guys, and we game. We work at the same place, but we live an hour and a half apart because we all commute in. But we try to game at least once a month if we can. One of them, he has 5 kids of his own, so he gets pretty busy. So yeah, I've got 42-year-old friends, and I've got friends that are only, you know, 2 or 3 years old. And even just a few months from my daughter playing soccer. There's some of the other soccer dads, and I've gotten to know them, and now we're buddies too.
That's so good, man. I love it.
Next, we're going to cover examples of good social type number 4s versus bad social type number 4s.
A good example of a good social type number 4 is Joe Rogan.
And the reason why Joe Rogan is such a good number 4 is because a lot of number 4s end up not having done anything meaningful in their life. Joe Rogan, however, in 2023 alone, he is the #1 podcaster in the entire world. On top of that, he is also the #1 UFC commentator. So he's a #1 in more than one area of his life. On top of that, he has a solid career as a comedian, and he's been established for years. And he's also been a host for Fear Factor a long time ago. Now, he hated doing Fear Factor, but he still did it as a stepping stone, which helped him get to where he is right now. Joe Rogan also co-founded a health and fitness company called On It, where he sells supplements and other fitness products. So as you can see, he succeeded in multiple fronts. So I think Joe Rogan is a good example of a social type number 4 that has become a #1.
And a good example of a bad number 4 is Jimmy Fallon.
As you might know, Jimmy Fallon is well known for being an insincere kind of person.
No one captures phoniness the way you do. It's a gift.
It's also been reported in numerous different media outlets that Jimmy Fallon has a toxic workplace, and it is because of his erratic behavior, berating employees and giving staffs passive-aggressive feedback on their work. And one thing that his employees would say is he would have good Jimmy days and bad Jimmy days. And I think ultimately it's because of his drinking issue, which is out of control. Because as you can see, Jimmy Fallon, his show is named after him, so he does have his name attached to something just like a typical #1, but because he himself is uncomfortable with being the #1 role, he is finding ways to self-sabotage himself.
And now I want to talk about how social type number 4s think everything in life is real. Unlike the social type number 1, 2, and 3, who may have ulterior motive when they're engaging with other tribe members, the social type number 4s actually think those interactions are real. So they don't know that the number 1s is using them to validate their own ego or to bump up their status. They don't know that the number 2s have a gimmick of some sort when they're trying to do their sales and marketing. They don't know that the social type number 3s is just using them to fill in the gaps of responsibilities that they don't want to be responsible for. So as a result, number 4s can come across as a sucker compared to the other social types. Next, I'm going to talk about what bothers me about social type number 4s.
One of the things that bothers me about the social type number 4 is a lot of them are actually very talented, like Big Ramy, who won Mr. Olympia back in 2020 and 2021. However, he did get lucky that he has a very good support system from his coaches who pushed him to compete at a high level. And it's kind of funny how after he won Mr. Olympia back-to-back in 2020 and 2021, in 2022, he came into 5th place and his inner friends came out and he started hugging all the other bodybuilders. Now, for other social type number 4s that doesn't have a good support system, I think it's very important to look for friends that are very driven to hang out with that will help and push you to be a better version of yourself and strive for more.
So what are the growth paths for social type number 4s? Well, the first growth path is is to not believe everything is real. Social type number 4s need to be more skeptical and look for ulterior motives when they're engaging with people, especially if that person is someone new. Social type number 4s should definitely not take things at face value. This is especially true for social type number 4s who are lead sensory, and the lead intuitives are tricking them and they're unable to take that intuitive leap because they're taking all the sensory at face value. The social type number 4s also need to learn from number 1s and find one small area in their life that they can compete or have the desire to succeed and win. That way, when they get to the end of their life, they will actually feel like their life meant something and it wasn't just wasted doing a bunch of random stuff for the people in their lives. So in conclusion, social type number 4s are really important in society because without the number 4s, there's going to be a true lack of genuine connection between people. There's a saying that if you really need help from someone, go ask a number 4 because they will go out of their way to assist you. And that's because social type number 4s really care about other people. Social type number 4s are also really good at specializing, and many of them can compare to the levels of the number 3s when it comes to specialization. So as a result, a social type number 4 definitely has a lot to contribute to any major companies or organizations, as long as that social type number 4 has a really friendly working environment that is supportive and doesn't have any toxic coworkers. That's about it for what we know so far about the social type number 4s. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.